There, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Europa Universalis 4, as we continue with the MEIOU mod, and it is now the year 1537. Many things are happening in the world at large, namely the Protestant Reformation is blazing away through Europe here. And, France has been the first nation to take up the Protestant banner, which is rather interesting considering how fast they were able to convert these lands. So they must have either an extraordinary amount of missionaries, or that must have been through event, and I'm going to go with event. So we are in a time of some relatively, well, unstableness. But once we build up that stability, we'll be good again. And I was thinking with this new cash that we did gain from the church, is namely build up the nation. So I'm going to go with some ports over here. There we go. So that's the number of ports, that's 5 ports there. Hopefully that should increase this travel, and then we can have a more stable and prosperous nation. Okay, in terms of cash, we are losing out on the amount of money here, which is a shame, but it's a little tough at the moment. Especially with the unbalanced research, that's a huge issue, and it's going to be one that continues for a number of years. So let's see here. We'll carry on. Now, ideally, I need to bring these... Well, I'd like to get rid of this, honestly. I mean, it's fantastic, don't get me wrong, it's really good. It's pretty damn nice. It's just, I don't really have anything to replace it with, and it's a case of the investment already in it versus the well, what I'd gain from not having it. Not really worth it. Okay. I need to find a way to make the Romans happy. I could place a member of my dynasty on their throne. That would increase our relations considerably. It would increase the liberty desire. But the thing is, their liberty desire is already high, so this doesn't really make much difference. I don't have a chance of getting to them anyway, so I'm going to put that up there. Sure, they're going to go to 100% there, but we now have our ruler here as the Roman Emperor. Now, yeah, you can see here the relations are already higher than they were before. So they're hostile for the time being, but we should be able to break through it. And move through to a greater time. Oh. Is there a union here? That just came out with an event, unless that was just a bug there. Yep, Empire of the Romans. Okay, tech up. Nice. So we're going to gain some production efficiency, which is going to be quite nice. The Royal Paris. The forced march is good. Royal production, there we go. A little bit more cash there. That's always a great thing. Okay. Protestant faith. Now, I could really do with building up the nation. I really don't have much in the way of buildings, and buildings are really good. So the good thing is, once we do conquer territory, or at least take the territory from the Romans, we'll have a lot here. It's very built up. Paved road network. Like, look at Constantinople, that's hugely impressive. The medieval university will be amazing too. Customs house, naval arsenal. Yep, it's incredible. Excommunication. Right. So they are going to be far more likely to declare on us. Luckily, our vassals here are Orthodox, so it doesn't really matter to them. Vardar still has that... Oh well, we'll see here. The more nations that turn Protestant, the better it is for us. Seems there's quite a lot of Protestantism. Ah, right, so Lyon is Protestant, so we could have a Protestant Spain, potentially. Allow pastors to marry. We'll go for this then. So that increases France and Norway's opinion of us. We do have the religious controversy, but it does increase the amount of population that's converted to state religion or Protestantism, which is good. Once we start to build up a decent Protestant following, that'd be nice. I do need my missionaries back. I did send them out on a mission. I just don't know when the heck they're going to come back. It's a difficult issue for us at the moment. I mean, these are just heresies. Policy of intolerance needs to be removed, as it's honestly going to be a difficult process for us. Right. Ah, right. The Marquis of Anjou. Seems a number of princes are turning their back on the Pope. Okay. And we don't have any loans, which is good. We are now able to make cash. Brittany. Ah, has Brittany been converted? They have. Indeed, look at all the nations now turning. Definitely a great number of them. It's going to be hell for the Emperor. Oh my. Okay. So we need to increase our power. Once we increase our power, then we will be able to eventually integrate them. It will be the Romans first. Once the Romans are under our control directly, then we won't really have any challenges from our other vassals, as they pale in comparison to that of Rome. Okay, so I think we need to go and, well, go forth and conquer. Bulgaria. They have the Krum dynasty. That's an interesting name for the dynasty, but hey, no judging. Right, so I could get rid of the military access I do have with Friuli, or whatever, and gain myself a new ally over here, which is really nice. Ferreira. Ah, here you are. Cancel that access. There we go. We now have another ally in the Balkans, which is really handy and will be of much use. They are in a coalition against Trebizond. Trebizond has a great coalition against them, so we'll have to wait and see when it fires. Right, populist reformation. The ideas of Protestant Reformation found fertile ground in nations such as Hellas. Many among the newly literate middle classes were eagerly reading the Bible in unofficial, often illegal translations. As they began debating theology, they were exposed to anti-Catholic tracts and cartoons that spread quickly via the printing press. While the papacy considered how to respond to its critics, thousands of ordinary people took up Bibles and proclaimed themselves missionaries of the new faith, even at the risk of their lives. Ban the tracts. Encourage their work. Some Jewish Christians will be converted. Okay, we'll convert them to Protestantism. What's this idea for, first off? Ah, quality. Okay. Encourage their work. They can deal with that. Ah, it seems that it seems that Naples is at war with Venice. Okay, this could be our opportunity here. Right, so that does mean... excuse me. So that does mean war with the other nations over here. I may be able to just use this opportunity I think I might take the next idea here for that extra morale. I feel like this is our opportunity to go to war, perhaps. Then again, they're already ready for a war. Lose 98 ducats and gain some, well, loyalty from the nobility. I'll go for that. Money's only a small obstacle. Right, so you can see here the great amount of the Sarahan army is over here. Now, I'll help the Romans, which will increase our relations. But I think we are going to go to war against the Sarahan nation. Yeah, you're going to be happy now, aren't you? Defended our provinces. That'll only last about 10 years. It's going to take a long time for this to wear off, but at least we'll be in a position to hopefully annex the Roman Empire. Right, they're no longer here now. Who are you allied with then? Okay. I reckon we can beat them considering that we have far in the way superior technology in terms of military. Far and away greater. Bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum. Okay. So I can convert now. Which is sweet. Ah, we do have a missionary. Fantastic. It's looking a bit rough though, isn't it? Moria. Reinforcement. I should probably get rid of these advisors, as I can't really afford things as it is. Debate over divorce. Hellene's churches and schools are filled with acrimonious debate over the future of the Church of Hellas. The Catholic Church had long held firm on heresy, stamping out brutally whenever it arose. Penitent reformers of all beliefs united against it, only to discover that they did not always agree with each other. This disagreement gave the Basilius an opportunity to place his mark on the Nicene Protestant faith. This particular issue was sparked by a married couple who wished to separate. Something traditionally handled by a Catholic bishop. One option would be to make a divorce legal, allowing couples to seek divorce from a judge. Okay. Our second option would be to keep divorce within the purview of the church, allowing it only in cases where one spouse has been abandoned. Okay. Huh. Wow. Right, so our theologians are in favour of legalising divorce. If we went for this, we'd lose legitimacy, but we'd gain new heir. Well, here we don't really gain anything. Right, so that would convert more to Catholic, but this would increase the amount of Protestantism. So we'll go with this then. Divorce should be a reasonable option. There we go. So imagine as more of these events come through, then that'll be good. Okay. So I reckon that's how France was able to basically flip over to Protestantism so quickly. Which is nice. I like that it's not just driven by missionaries, which be kind of rough. But, I mean, this is quite a historical thing to happen. Ah. So we do have a Protestant county in Scotland. They are Catholic, ultimately. Wait a minute. Ah, of the French dynasty. Barter and increases. Oh, I could lose 100 administrative points, or just take on a load of autonomy. I'm going to take on a load of autonomy. Doesn't make a huge difference in the end, to be honest. Okay, I think we're ready for war. Go for the Dardanelles. I could call Hungary, but I won't. Ah, yes, the morale. I could go for that morale. I think it's going to serve us quite well. So 3.9 to 4.3. That's a huge difference, in all honesty. Oh, hello. Oh my god, yes! Ha-hi! Brilliant! Absolutely brilliant. Okay, now if we get rid of these advisors, then we should be able to make cash. Brilliant. So that is how it works. I like that. The Reformation isn't as difficult as I would have expected it to be. We're in a holy war now, or just war. Seems they have a greater navy than I expected, honestly. Bum bum. That's okay then. I still hold on to the war goal, and that army's about to cross, and we will well, utterly annihilate it. Yeah, like what do they have? Practically nothing. So we just single-handedly destroyed that army. Now if only we could cross after it. But we hold the war goal here, so we'll win anyway. Right then, so the Protestant faith is growing there. The Burgmeister. Okay, so this reinforcement is costing. As for contribution, that should keep me rolling throughout the war. So now the Romans will not fight. So I'm going to leave them little choice. Yes, we'll go for a regal court. Obviously that's going to degrade the amount of relations I can have here by one. Which is an issue, but it's not too much of an issue. I could always dismiss my alliance with the Bulgarians quite easily. Will last for a number of years, however, so we'll see. Alright, it seems that Naples is losing that war. Not surprised, really. Okay, average development. Need to bring that back up. God damn. Ooh. I'm going to have to say no. The reason for that is, I mean, mercantilism is fantastic and I would have taken it any other opportunity there. But the thing is, I can't take a loan. If I take a loan, I'm probably never going to be able to pay it back. And it's just not worthwhile. Alright, see, the Romans are happier now. And we are in that war together, well, this war together, which does bring us closer. So they need to relax and let it drop. I think putting my dynasty on their throne was probably the best idea. It's certainly going to improve our relations. I mean, the historical rival really sucks. Oh, hello. Right, they are fighting here. Now, actually, I'm going to let my... They should be able to retreat across there, yeah. I'll let them do the fighting. That weakens them a little bit more. I mean, this is going to be the first act of expansion into Asia Minor. It's been a long time coming. Conquer Modern. Yep. Basically that over here. One day. One day. $10-year timer. Prosperity is just around the corner. I could go for that. It's only a 30% chance, but it's still worthwhile, so I'll go for it. Yeah, we failed it. It would have been great, though, if we'd been through that and got it. But it's not a big deal. The good news is that we are making cash. Inflation has been reduced. I need a Master of the Mint, ideally. I can't afford this. Ah, my other missionaries returned. Ah, yes, the merchant here. I do have some trade power over here, only 2%, but still, that's 2%. It's better than what it could be. Oh, might have been. Ah, here we go. Destroy that large army. Yep, there we go. Now, we lost our general there, that's kind of crappy. I kinda need a navy. That'd be nice. But at least once we deal with this... And we are continually breaking that army, so it's going to end up being in our favour here at some point or other. Okay, can improve the corp, there's no need. Actually, does that mean... yes, I'm much over here. So I can reduce this quite nicely. It's going to make me more cash. There we go. Hopefully this will make them happy about me. Another idea. Nope, need to go for this. Do I dismiss the alliance with Bulgaria? I think I will. It's not worth the power points, is it? Right, let's get in there. There we go. In fact, I'm not going to convert this, I'm going to let the events do it. It'll get there at some point. Yeah, there's a significant minority over here. Ah, here we go. Right on time. Hellene's churches and schools are filled with acrimonious debate of the future. Yep. One criticism of the church was that many of its traditions were nowhere to be found in the scriptures. But theologians disagreed over how to interpret the scriptures. Right. Some believe that the Bible was entirely literal, and that meant church should be structured strictly according to the Word of God. A second view stated that prayer and contemplation was needed to understand the Bible, which used metaphors and analogies at times. Right. Now, I don't know which my theologians support, actually. Reformed Christianity. I could go for this, which is really quite nice, honestly. I mean, these ones aren't really too good. But if I go for this, I gain some church influence as well, I guess. And, yeah, that 10% cheaper stability is going to be quite nice. So we're going to go with that then. So that increases the amount of Protestants in the counties, the provinces of the nation. Nicely. Disputed succession. Okay, poor vintage. I'm going to increase my relations with Hungary. I don't want them turning on me. Huh. What's this over here? Oh, that's interesting. Can I, Yeah, there we go. 52. Sweet. That's dealt with the peasants wanting lower taxes. Okay. Yep. We've had a fort there. Yep, Europe is going to be a radically different place in this timeline. There's a lot of Protestantism now. Ah! We lost Poland as a member of a dynasty. That's a shame. I like how we've changed colour now. Yeah, they just have the worst tech here. That's a nice flag. Oh. They're attacking here. Do I go with a... I do need a ruler, general, sorry. That is true. It is 50 points, though. That's a lot of... That's a lot. So we'll just go with that. We don't need a general right now. I mean, we have our allies. Well, our vassals. I just love the fact that they keep choosing to cross. I mean, it's like the most ridiculous thing. Ah, vacant benefits. Okay. Ah. Appoint a court favourite. That's nice. A learned scholar. We'll go with a pious theologian. Do I have these pots now? I have the docks, yeah. Does that improve things? It should have. I do need Constantinople to put my capital there. It will be a fantastic thing for us. Alright, it is low. Wait a minute, that is the Volga. God damn it, I chose the wrong province. Ah, Hungary's at war. Okay, so he's expanding. Could build a great cathedral. Seems like going to cross again. I'll have the ruler then. Actually, they're not very good at all, are they? Ah, bugger it, I do need a general. And a general will last a while, hopefully. Plus 4 shock is pretty good. Right, the League of Saarbrücken. The Holy Roman Empire stands divided into 2 camps, each hoping to enforce their faith on the other. Several heretic princes have joined together in a league formed in the city of Saarbrücken, while the Emperor has rallied his force against them. It may be in our best interest to keep the Empire divided. Support the Emperor. Send support to the League. So we gain... well, we lose a lot of manpower. We lose a decent amount of cash. Though we improve our relations with a lot of the Holy Roman